Hey guys, I'm Nicole and we're the Quaranteens.
I'm Haley, and we're just two bored teens who wanted to share our life in quarantine.
So last week we talked about our favorite middle school and elementary school memories. And since we've officially graduated,
Woohoo!
we decided that we're going to share our favorite high school memories, which is exciting, I guess.
Yeah, these are more like recent memories. It's kind of fun to look back on those.
I know it almost makes me feel like they're not really like they're memories, but they're not like the same as middle school and elementary school because I still feel like we're in high school.
Yeah, I do too.
I feel like
It
we
hasn't really
haven't.
sunk in yet.
Yeah, it really hasn't. Like I'm like, oh yeah, no, high school's not over. Like I don't know. I feel like because maybe we didn't get the iconic last, like any of them really, then I feel like it's not over. Or maybe it's just a feeling that everyone gets. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and like especially since we haven't graduated officially and haven't gone through
Yeah.
the ceremony, I feel like it's gonna not really hit until maybe then. Even though now feels like summer.
Yeah, it
It's
just feels
just
like
weird.
summer.
It's a weird feeling.
I just feel like I'm still gonna go to school next year at New Palestine High School.
Yeah, it's weird to think about us not doing that.
Yeah, it also just might be because it's been a routine for how many years of our lives? Like 12?
Yeah, to
We've like,
go back to school
yeah,
with everyone in New Pal.
that's so crazy. It's so exciting though.
Yeah, I'm honestly so excited.
Me too.
I finished my orientation today, so
Oh, that's exciting. I don't get to do that till June 1st, which is still coming up, I guess. Anyways, high school memories, I guess. We should get back onto that. Man, I really don't know where to start, to be honest. I guess like freshman year, but what even happened freshman year?
freshman year we started with Fresh Start.
Yeah, that was.
Um,
I actually do kind of have a funny story with Fresh Start, I guess. Not really. It's really not that funny, but I'm gonna share it anyways
okay.
because I don't know what else to talk about. So, my Fresh Start, walking through the classes. So, I guess I should explain what Fresh Start is. Fresh Start is kind of like this thing before you start your freshman year where you go to the school and you get to walk your classes and get a feel of what it's going to be like to walk from one class to another and where all your classes are going to be for the next year. It's kind of just get to know the high school so you don't feel as lost and as much as like a freshman on the first day of school.
Yeah.
um, but I remember I was in my business and career planning class, or well, I wasn't in the class, but I was like there for where I
Their
was,
walkthrough.
like the walkthrough, yeah. And I remember Devin Hill was there and he was like, well, Nicole, you're smart. You can do my homework for me all the time. And I said, as long as you get me Starbucks. It never happened, but
Ah, dang.
I was a little disappointed. I definitely love coffee, so.
Yeah, we know that. I know. But yeah, Fresh Start was kind of like honestly made me like more nervous for my first day because at that point, like I think it got better as our years went on, but like for the new incoming freshmen, but like there were a lot of people there telling us like horror stories about the high
Yeah.
school and like all these things that we shouldn't do and like they were like take note of this because if you do this you're gonna make all the seniors super mad at you and like you're gonna get I don't know, you're gonna have haters and stuff.
Yeah.
So they like told us about how there were these people under the stairs and how it was very scary to walk up these certain stairs. So don't walk up the certain stairs and all these certain different things. So when I got there on my first day, I was a little freaked out. Like, well, what if I do something that they told me at Fresh Start not to do? But
Yeah.
yeah.
That makes sense. Honestly, I still use those stairs,
I
but
did too. Like I had to. There was no other
I mean,
way.
there were other ways, but I just didn't care enough. Like,
Yeah.
it was either use those stairs or avoid the main intersection that was always
Yeah.
super crowded.
So yeah.
And I just didn't really care enough, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe I just was like, well, whatever happens,
Yeah, I
happens.
just went for it. I didn't let that affect like my whole
Yeah,
pathway because I would have had to go some random route that
yeah,
didn't make any sense. So
yeah.
we just dealt with it. It really wasn't that bad. They made it seem way worse than it was gonna be. It was
I feel like that's how a lot of
okay.
things are, though. Like going into it, like when people are telling you what you need to do and how you need to do it, you're kind of overwhelmed with all the stuff because you're like, oh, there's so much to remember. And if I do one thing wrong, I'm going to get in so much trouble or I'm going to be uncool or,
Yeah,
something. But then once you actually start doing things, you feel much more comfortable and realize, oh, this isn't actually bad at all.
yeah.
I feel like that's how like high school was, and I feel like that's how a lot of things in life are.
Yes.
I guess I'm really only 18, so I can't really talk too much, but
That's how high school was, and I feel like it rings true for a lot of things.
yeah, exactly. I don't really know what else happened freshman year.
Hmm. I remember I like freshman year was pretty fun. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know that like anything really stuck out. Do you?
No.
I feel like nothing stuck out. It just was like kind of happened. It wasn't bad, but it was just kind of there.
Yeah, I think it was like a lot of like getting used to things, and I wasn't in a whole lot of clubs because a lot of them started later, kind of
Yeah,
thing. So, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. Well, I guess freshman year was the year I played. Freshman and sophomore year was when I played volleyball.
Oh yeah, freshman year I did cross country and track. I mean, that was pretty fun.
Oh, I joined tennis freshman year. Oh, I forgot about that. I'd never played tennis before, and a decent amount of my friends were playing tennis, and I wasn't doing anything in that spring because I usually played club volleyball, but I decided to take the year off, and I was like, well, if I'm not doing anything, I might as well join tennis.
Yeah.
And I actually made the team, and I was very nervous that I was not going to. It's kind of crazy looking back on because I was like super nervous for tryouts and stuff. But then, like, junior year, I was two varsity singles, It's just like
Yeah, it's
crazy
like
to think about
yeah.
that I was literally so,
And
so
yeah, and
terrible.
it was like hard to remember a time when you didn't play tennis, but to the
Yeah.
fact where it was like, oh yeah, I joined tennis freshman year.
Yeah, I kind of forgot
Yeah,
about that. That was a fun
that
time.
was a fun time. And like freshman year was like looking back, each year like I guess was kind of this way, but like the senior class and like junior class, like upperclassmen that of that year kind of like made each year like different and things like
Yeah.
that. Like freshman year, like a lot of the upperclassmen I really liked hanging out with like at cross country and track. They were
Mhm.
like really fun. So fun
That's good.
times.
Yeah. Yeah, Ivy chauffeured me around everywhere. She was she was like she drove me to school, she drove me to tennis.
Yes, that's how Kaylin was. She used to drive me everywhere.
It was pretty great.
We would drive home before track practice every day, and we
Mhm.
would watch Netflix and braid each other's hair and make peanut butter bagels.
Ooh, that
It
sounds
was like our
good.
daily routine. And
I
then we
love
were
bagels.
borderline late like every day to practice because we made that our routine.
Uh, that's great memories though.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, should we move on to sophomore year?
Yeah, iconic sophomore year moments. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I feel like I just don't think anything's like a great memory because I guess when I look back on life, I don't really look back on like more recent years. I look back on years that were like a long time ago.
Yeah,
I don't know if that makes
I don't
sense or
know.
not, but like I feel like when I'm like, oh, that was a great memory, it's something that happened like when I was in elementary school or middle school, but nothing really happened that was like I know there was great stuff that happened in high school, but I just feel like I don't really look back on it that much because I don't think that it like I feel like it's more recent, so then
Yeah.
I don't know. That doesn't really make any sense, but whatever. I
Hmm.
don't have anything to
Sophomore year. Mm.
say. I really can't think of anything. Let's just move on. So I guess sophomore year was a blur.
Sophomore year, it's so like hard because it's not the beginning of high school. Like, so there's not those like first like, oh, this was so fun. Like, I don't know, joining stuff. Like, basically, I did the same things my freshman year as I did my sophomore year.
Yeah.
And then it's not like the end of your high school, so it's like sort of just there in the middle.
I guess sophomore year is when we joined Science National Honor
Yeah.
Society.
Uh huh.
Yeah, we didn't really
That was
have.
a fun club. I
That was a
mean,
fun
it was
club.
fun.
Haley and I both really like science, so.
So we joined Science National Honor Society.
Yeah.
It was fun though. We did fun stuff like we made soap,
Bath
we bath
bombs.
bombs, yeah.
Mhm.
We did kids camps,
Yeah, at kids camps we teach the kids like certain
science
things.
topics based
Yeah.
around like kids stuff though. Like for like chemistry, we would like I don't know, do little make like slime and things like that
Yeah.
where they like mix things together and like put things in test tubes, but like it was all kid based. It wasn't actually like science chemicals or anything like that.
It's like pretty much just teaching kids science is fun.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Like I feel like that's really the main point of
Yeah,
it.
like I talked to some of the kids and they were like, "Yeah, that's so fun. I love science." And it was like just cool because like it
Yeah.
was all just like for fun, but like they actually liked it and like learning about the science, which was like
Yeah.
cool.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
sophomore year,
That's really it.
that's
That was
really
the only thing that was new that
it.
sophomore year that really happened, I guess.
Yeah. Um, so if we go to junior year,
Yeah,
I mean, junior year got pretty fun. I mean,
I
I
think,
could drive at the beginning of
yeah.
my junior year. I got my license this summer, like a month before we started school, basically.
I think once
So,
you get your license and start driving, that makes life a lot more fun because you don't have to like schedule, well, you don't have to like go around other people's schedules, I
yeah,
guess, kind of thing. Like, sometimes I'd be like, oh, I want to hang out with my friends, but like, I can't go drive myself there, and it's not like I want their parents to come get me,
yeah,
so. And it was just always like, you never wanted to, you couldn't go and say, hey, I'm going to come over real quick. You'd have to be like, hey, you want to come over here? But then, like, you'd have to make,
their parents would have to go
yeah, yeah.
take them. So it like frees up a lot and like makes plans easier. So I feel like I did more my
Yeah,
junior
I did
year
too.
maybe and like made more plans and like started doing more fun stuff. Like
Mm,
not that I didn't do fun stuff before, but it's just different. It makes
yeah.
it fun.
Like, you can go do whatever you want, like,
Yeah.
really. I guess not necessarily, but like, to a degree, you really can.
Yeah.
I feel like that's when I started going to more football games and stuff because I was able to drive like away to go to the
Oh,
football
true.
games and like basketball games. I love going to basketball games. Those are my favorite thing
More than
ever.
football.
I no, I really do. Like I don't fully understand football, but I like I guess I don't know if I fully understand basketball either, but I understand it a lot more than football. And it's so much more entertaining too because it's so much easier for a team to, make a comeback in basketball than it is in
True.
football. So, and also our school was really good at football, so
Yeah.
none of the games were very entertaining to watch.
Yeah, they weren't entertaining games. They were fun in the student sections
Yeah.
though. Like I will say like dressing up was fun,
I mean, yeah, that's fun, but
but the actual game
yeah.
is that like yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. Hmm. Also, junior year was the first year I played Powder Puff, which was really
Oh
fun.
yeah.
I love Powder Puff so much. Like, honestly, I just talked about how I didn't understand football, but I feel like Powder Puff helped me understand it a little bit more. And I don't know, I just thought it was really fun. Actually, though, junior year, I had no clue what I was doing in Powder Puff. No one had, like, really told me what the main point of my position was. So I just kind of stood there. They told me just to shove the girl in front of me, but they didn't tell me what I was supposed to shove her for.
Oh, fun.
So then I was really confused, and then I learned I'm not junior year. I learned senior year that position, the main point, was actually I don't remember if I was a defensive lineman or an offensive lineman my junior year. Either way, I didn't realize that I was either supposed to be protecting the quarterback from the other person like our quarterback, or I was supposed to be trying to sack the quarterback. Didn't know that. But my man Jacob Britson taught me that. So yeah, sorry that kind of went into senior year, but
But
whatever.
that's okay. Yeah, I was so mad. I don't remember why junior year, but senior year I wasn't able to play powder puff either year basically. I don't remember why junior year, but senior year I had a broken foot at the time.
Oh
So can't
man,
play powder puff in a boots, unfortunately.
sad day. Powder puff was so fun. I loved it. I was like super into it too, to be honest.
Yeah, and
It
I wish I would have come watch too, because that would have been a fun time.
was really fun. Afterwards, I went out to eat with my parents, and I talked like for an hour and a half about how fun powder puff was. And they were like, "Oh dang, Nicole, if there's a powder puff club in college, I'm joining." Not kidding. Um, did we do
But
anything else?
yeah.
Did you do anything?
What
I
else
just
happened
talked
Let's
about
see.
powder
You
puff
just
for a
talked
long
about
time.
powder puff. Hmm. Oh, I joined show choir.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Um, we, so I joined Diamonds and we had a really fun season. We made it to state. It was a really fun, like, new experience because, like, I'd been in dance forever, but hadn't really had any singing experience, but it was a really fun thing. I'm glad I joined.
You ready for a guest appearance?
Okay, make your decision. You just stood there for like 5 minutes, so.
Okay, well, this is a guest appearance. This is Nicole's dad. I figured the last time I made a guest appearance, her views just skyrocketed.
No, they didn't.
So I figured I would come here and help out again. What I'm going to talk briefly about is the best dessert man has ever made, and that is the German chocolate brownie. The best part of it is the German chocolate icing. It's got coconut in it, pecans, a little bit of chocolate moved through that. And I don't know what the rest of this stuff is, but it is delicious. The best food, dessert man has ever made.
All right, thanks, Dad.
All right, so good night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're listening to this. Enjoy yourselves. I'm so proud of these girls. They're doing a great job.
Okay, thanks, Dad. Nice guest appearance.
Thank you
Okay.
for our guest appearance. Hope you can try some
German
chocolate
chocolate brownies. It's the German in them, I'm telling you.
He loves this.
Anyways, let's just move on to senior year. That interruption was a little much. Anyways. Well, actually, the summer before senior year was a blast for me.
Oh yeah, me too.
I had so much fun. I'm just gonna talk about that because that was like the highlight to.
That
Yeah,
was honestly just so fun, and
Yeah.
it's probably along the same lines of like the fact we both had our license at that point.
Yeah.
We could, and like it was just sort of like a one last thing sort of mindset. Like before our senior year, we gotta shove in all that we can, kind of thing. And so we did so much fun stuff that summer.
Yeah. I actually went to Australia for a mission trip. That was
Oh,
like the first
yeah.
thing I did that summer, which was really cool. We got to outreach to the Aboriginal people there, which was like honestly, I loved learning about like different people and new cultures and stuff. So, I think that was probably like the highlight to, learn about a new culture and like get to, speak some Jesus into them and stuff. It was really cool, learning about different people and where they came from. I don't know.
Yeah. That's super fun trip.
Yeah. And then literally right when I got back from there at the airport, my parents picked me up and we went to this thing called Hoosier Girls State. And so I had to pack a bag beforehand for Australia and for this Hoosier Girls State. I was slightly sleep deprived, you could say. But I made it because I knocked myself out on the way home from the airplane, and I also drank coffee for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day at HGS.
Oh, yeah.
But
Good.
there I got to learn about like the government and how election processes work, which is really important, I think, since we're going to be able to vote now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Exciting stuff.
now I just talked for a very long time again.
But while Nicole was on all these trips, my family went to Myrtle Beach, so that was fun. My brother had a baseball tournament there. Yeah, fun times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to stay at this like hotel kind of resort thingy on the beach. It was a fun trip. And then I had cross country camp for before cross country, and we stayed at McCormick's Creek State Park, and we ran every day, but we also like played a bunch of games and outside games, and we played some card games. We went and saw like a new movie in theaters, and it was like a really fun like bonding time for our cross country team.
That's fun. I feel like that's so cool that you guys do that every year.
Yeah, it was honestly so fun. And like I couldn't go the year before cuz I had a dance camp to go to. But this year I didn't have that, and I decided that it was like a well, I don't know, not I decided, but I got to go to cross country camp, and it was so fun. Super fun experience.
Yeah. That sounds really fun. But then we also went to Iowa.
Yes.
Haley got to meet some of my cousins, but one of them she didn't get to meet. He hid himself the entire time.
Playing video games.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I think we've already talked about this, but I'm going to talk about more of the celebration they have there for the 4th of July. Every year they have a little, small town get together to celebrate the 4th of July. And there's just a fireworks show, and you can go and eat some pie. That's my favorite part. I really like eating the pie. And I just get to spend some quality time with my family, so it's pretty nice. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, it was a fun trip. We have to drive there, and it's like, I don't know, 8 to 9 hours there to where they live in Iowa. And so, like, we had a fun car ride of trivia.
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah, my dad is like a genius, even though he didn't really sound like it just now. But he knows like so much stuff, especially about science and history. So for car rides, I always play history with my dad. And when I say that, I mean that he gives me questions to answer for trivia.
Yeah, he doesn't participate in the trivia questions. He creates the trivia questions.
It's actually kind of wild. Like we will spend the entire 8-9 hours doing trivia.
Yeah, we played trivia for probably 6 hours.
Yeah, at least.
In the car.
And you just say like, "Hey Dad, can we play some trivia?" And then he replies, "Sure. What kind you want?"
And he can like come up with trivia for basically anything.
Yeah, so then you pretty much say like history, and he's like, "Okay, what part of history?" And it's like, it's like really wild, and he can come up with a lot of stuff, but it's really neat. And then we actually stopped at Dubuque, which is a little small town.
So cute.
It's really a nice little river town on the Mississippi. Mm-hmm. It's really cute, and they have a bunch of little, what is those, murals or
like on the building, so like mural walls and
yeah. So that's really fun.
Oh, and I discovered Caribou Coffee on this
trip.
Iconic.
I love Caribou Coffee. The first time I had it was when my family and I went out west for a little vacation. And the hotel we were staying at had really crappy coffee. So then my sister and I were like, we really need coffee. And there was a Caribou Coffee next door. And we tried it. The only place this is really at is out west, though. We have talked about Caribou Coffee, though, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
But we went to the one that was in Iowa, near Minnesota. And so we stopped on the way back.
And when it was connected to an Einstein Brother bagel, so That's great too. Love bagels.
The two together is just the dynamic duo.
Oh yes, for sure. And then like the last week of summer, we did a ton of stuff. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, because we live by our life motto, the Caribou Coffee motto.
Yeah, that was when we really started. That was when we really were like, yes, life is short. Stay awake for it. We're doing everything.
We're cramming all this in because we came up with a bucket list, and then like literally the last week, and we were like, here's our bucket list for the last week, and it had something every single day to do, and they were kind of like day-long things. They were day trip type things.
Yeah, like one of the things
fun.
we went to do, we went to Louisville to see Shawn Mendes in concert.
Yes. That was the best concert I've ever been to.
That was so fun. What else did we do that week?
I
had a party.
Oh yeah, last week of summer party.
Yeah. And then what else did we do? Well, you couldn't go to St. Paul, but I went to St. Paul. Yeah. Well, there was
we went to the drive-in, I think, that last week.
Yeah, we went to the drive-in and we went out. Oh, sorry.
Wasn't it the Lion King? It was either the Lion King or Aladdin.
I think we saw Aladdin earlier.
Okay.
Didn't Aladdin come out earlier?
I don't know. I forget.
I don't know either. Because we saw one of them in like towards the
earlier summer.
Yeah. I think we went to see the Lion King.
Yeah.
I think Anyways. And then we went out to eat too, downtown. We always have this iconic like I don't know what you call it, back to school dinner kind of thing, like end of summer dinner with our friends, and we went to the spaghetti factory, got dressed up, and took some cute pictures.
Yeah. That's like just such a fun thing that we have done for a little bit. Like last summer hurrah.
Oh yeah, we're still doing it this summer. I don't care that we're going back.
Oh yeah, we got to because that's like
I know.
Our last hurrah.
I know, literally. So sad. Also, we're going to the drive-in to see Wonder Woman.
Yeah, this summer we're making iconic. Just saying.
We're gonna be so broke.
Dang. All my savings.
All the savings I need for college down the drain. Anyways. It's fine. What else happened senior year?
Yeah, so moving into our senior year, well, actually, the Shawn Mendes concert, it was kind of our last week of summer because we started school on a Friday.
Which was dumb.
We went to the Shawn Mendes concert the first day of school, so we came home from school and literally got ready for the concert to drive to Louisville. That was fun. Like, that was super cool.
Yeah, that was really fun. Yeah.
So, let's see. What did we do senior year that was just the best memories?
I don't, honestly, I feel like we didn't do anything at school that was just, oh, Haley and I started a crime club.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We thought
President and Vice President of Crime Club.
Yep, that's who you're talking to right now. Yeah, I actually completely forgot about that for some reason. But yeah, we had a crime club that we, would talk about, past crimes, investigative tasks, and we have guest speakers come in.
Yeah, that was honestly so cool.
Yeah.
The guest speakers we had.
We actually did. We were legit, even though there was only, 5 people that came.
Yeah, we have a very low membership club, but, that's fine.
It was really fun, though. And then we ended up getting a, what are those things called? Like a case file?
Yeah, a case file.
Mm-hmm.
And we we're trying to solve the mystery that was in the case file with just based on all the pictures and witness reports and maps of the town and it was so cool, but that was one of the things that got cut off by the quarantine because we got our case file and then 2 weeks later we weren't in school anymore, and so we were in the middle of planning another day to work on it because we spent an hour and a half, but it wasn't even long enough to make a dent in this case file. So
yeah, it was really fun though. I hope we get to finish that.
Oh yeah, me too. It was so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a super fun new thing because we started a club.
Yeah, that was really exciting. What else did we do?
Well,
I feel like
don't
everything we
know.
did wasn't school related. Besides that, I feel
Yeah.
like we just did a bunch of other random stuff, like go to Top Golf and
Yeah, for New Year's.
yeah, and then we went to where else did we go? Oh, we like there was one night I just like randomly asked you if you wanted to go downtown to see the lighting to see the tree light
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
There
That was fun. A lot of like spur of the moment kind
yeah.
of fun stuff.
We're kind of more like spontaneous, I feel
Yeah.
like. I feel like we're always just like, "Hey, you want to go do this?" And we're like, "Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
sure." Sounds good. Yeah. Then Haley and I picked up rollerblading at the end of quarantine.
Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah, it was
I'm
really fun.
so excited. Rollerblading, I just love it. I look forward to rollerblading.
I know, we need to go
Every
sometime
time.
soon. We haven't gone in a while. We need to go with Miss Yaw.
Yes.
One of our teachers rollerblades, Miss Yagabuchi, and we got pretty close to her over quarantine, which was like
Yeah.
kind of crazy. Like beforehand, we weren't like super close to her, but she ended up holding Google Meets at the every Friday,
Yeah.
and we were like one of the 5 regulars that came, and like no one else ever showed up, but it was really fun,
Yeah,
and we
it
got
was
to know
super
her.
fun.
Yeah. So we're gonna ask her to go rollerblading with us sometime.
It's gonna be a fun time.
Hopefully sometime soon. We should probably actually schedule that.
Maybe next week.
That sounds good. After I get my work schedule.
Yeah, we both get last minute work schedules. It's really bad.
Which is like actually okay though because we are spontaneous.
Yeah,
so
we are
like,
spontaneous. We can come up with things on the spur of the moment and just based on our last minute work schedule. But
Yeah.
like,
But like when we want to include other people, it doesn't work so
yeah,
much.
because I got scheduled both weekend days this weekend.
No driving for us.
Sad.
Sad day.
Because I don't think anyone wants to pick up my Friday night shift. That's
Yeah,
not
probably
ideal.
Probably not. Anyways.
So, yeah, I don't know. Fun senior year memories. Like, a lot of them were supposed to happen at the end of the year, sadly.
Yeah,
But, like, iconic ones. Like,
that's true.
but, I don't know.
Like
Overall, the beginning of the year was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. One thing I still want to do is have Senior Assassin.
I know. I talked about doing that and I was like actually serious about it, like organizing it and stuff, but then I just got busy because I was working and doing schoolwork and I guess that was really all I was doing, but it just and I guess I was doing like scholarships and all this stuff
Yeah.
and trying to still do chores and stuff around the house. So it just felt like I was doing so much and I didn't have time to like organize it. But like now I definitely do. But I'm not sure that it's
Yeah.
too late now, because we're done with school. So would people even still want to do it? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and it was something like, especially like when we first thought about it like 3 weeks ago, I was super excited. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
yes, Senior Assassin, like, I'll organize this. And then, like Nicole was saying, it just got out of,
Yeah.
like, it left my brain.
Like, it never really, like, left my brain, I guess, necessarily, but I just knew I didn't have time for it at that time. Like, I just didn't have enough time to dedicate towards it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. So then I just never got around to it, and now I just feel like everyone's like, well, high school's over, so why would I want to do that? I don't know.
Yeah. We'll have to check into that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe take a poll or something. I don't know where.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where you can do that
Twitter
at, though.
poll for my few followers that actually
Twitter
see
poll
my
for the
stuff.
0 followers I have since I don't have a Twitter. Oh man.
Maybe Instagram poll would be better.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Didn't know that. I'm not very good with technology. Well, got anything else to add, Haley?
Nope. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we've covered the basis of
Yeah.
some fun memories we've had. Obviously, there's others that haven't come to our mind today that we'll just hold on to as, like, overall good memories.
I know. Like what I was saying earlier, I really feel like I don't look back on high school a lot since it's recent. And, like,
Yeah.
I don't look back and think, oh, that was, like, such a fun time. I don't know.
Yeah, because there's just a lot of, like, little moments that are fun.
Yeah,
Like,
see,
little
like-
friend get-togethers and, like, like
Yeah.
bonfires and swim parties and like little Christmas parties and
Yeah.
Thanksgiving parties, like all the little holiday things where we'd get a big group of friends together and like I don't know, those were
See, those
always
are all
fun
too,
too.
but like we didn't talk like I feel like when we
Yeah.
talked about high school, we didn't talk about anything to do with actual school.
Yeah,
You know what I
true.
mean? So it's just bizarre because there are a ton of things that did happen that were super fun at school. Well, I guess not like super
Yeah.
fun but
There
like I
were
took
though, like our teachers
yeah.
actually like made a lot of things really fun. And like
Yeah.
we had some teachers that like throughout the years like multiple times and it was kind of like fun to have them like
Oh yeah.
again and like get closer to our teachers and like they did like come up with a lot of fun like creative activities.
Yeah. Like
So.
I honestly really liked a lot of my teachers
Oh, me too.
and like one of the class I love taking random classes. Taking random classes was my favorite thing and I love history, so I took like Indiana studies and a bunch of random stuff. And on there in that class, we got to go on a bunch of field trips. Like literally we went on 4, I'm pretty sure.
That sounds so fun. Like I wish I would have taken more random classes, but like in the moment I was like, well this class makes more sense, but like the
Yeah.
random classes
No.
are more fun.
The random classes are so fun. I love meeting random people that I never actually talked to like I wouldn't talk to a lot of those people unless I had a class with them because I don't know, most of the classes I take are more difficult and stuff, but if I take a random blow off class that I also enjoy, then there's like going to be a bunch of random people in there that I don't get to
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I honestly just like socializing with a bunch of different random people because I feel like it gives me a new perspective on like others, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
I don't know
so
if that
fun.
makes sense. But yeah, that's really it. Well, I guess that's not really it, but like that's all I really have to say, I guess.
Yeah, that's all we have to say tonight.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening in, and you will see us next week on time, hopefully. This week we had a few technological. What is that called?
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, technical difficulties this week.
Because we had to turn in our laptops.
Yeah, we were doing them all on our school computers. But, anyways, so we had to scrounge up a way to actually record. Well, anyways, next week, hopefully on time, you will see us or listen to us. You won't actually see us. Well, thanks for listening in. See you guys.